Good morning. Finally, we got some lovely weather here in the UK. It's absolutely scorching today. It's probably about 15-16 degrees, which makes a change from the colder weather we've been having recently. It'll be singlet weather before we know it. Just out for a bit of a recovery run this morning. Thought I'd take the camera out with me, get back on the YouTube videos. For the past sort of almost 3 weeks, I've been taking a little break from YouTube videos and just social media in general. I've still been present, don't get me wrong, but yeah, it's been nice to take a little bit of time off after Boston Marathon, sort of get my thoughts together on what's next. I was able to return to running after about 7 days, and after about 10 days I was feeling like almost not fully recovered, but about 80% recovered, which is definitely the fastest I've recovered from a marathon so far. After Osaka, my body was absolutely ruined, 2 weeks, but after Boston, for some reason, I recovered pretty quickly. So yeah, I'm back out, back training. That's what the next 3-4 weeks is gonna look like for me. Some proper training before I start racing again, and I'll talk about that a little bit more later in the video. But yeah, 16 kilometers this morning, nice and easy, recovery pace around 4:45 per kilometer. I did a big double threshold session yesterday, and it went really well. I ran on the treadmill twice in the same day because the weather was so bad yesterday, which is complete contrast to today. But yeah, out today, a bit of recovery, got some abs to do this afternoon, maybe a second run, but yeah, really getting stuck into training, enjoying my running again. So yeah, 100-mile weeks are definitely on the horizon. Whether we hit 100 this week, I'm not too sure, but that's the sort of trajectory I'm moving in as I prepare for my next few races on the track. So as I mentioned, I'm currently sort of building mileage again after Boston. So I just thought I would touch on how I personally build mileage, and a little bit of advice if you're somebody who's looking to do that as well. So today is a recovery run day. I did 2 sessions yesterday, so yesterday was a hard day and today is an easy day. Now this may be something you've heard quite a bit, but it's really important if you are somebody who's looking to build your mileage. So I'm trying to start from around 100 kilometers a week and build back up to 160 kilometers a week. And for me, I find it really important that on my recovery days, my easy days like today, I'm consciously make the effort to slow down. So at the moment, my heart rate average has been 126 beats per minute, which is where I like it to be for recovery runs. Now, I'm not saying all of your recovery runs should be at 126 beats per minute, but what I am saying is just try to slow down so that on the days where you want to train hard, you can push a little bit harder, because on your easy days, you're really allowing your body to recover. So yeah, even though today I'm going to get 16 kilometers of running done this morning, it's going to be all in that sort of zone 1, zone 2, to allow my body to recover, so that when it comes to my next hard day, I should be nice and fresh and can push on. So I'm back from my run. Check this out, delicious meal today. I've recently been trying these meals from a company called Simmer Eats. They're a London-based company, and they basically send you meals every Monday, and then you just chuck them in the microwave for 4 minutes. This one today is Mexican spiced chicken. So we've got chicken breast, beans, basmati rice, red onions, coconut oil. I've just added a few tomatoes. I'm gonna get that in me, kickstart the recovery. But yeah, if you wanna check them out, I'll leave a link down below, and you can get 25% off your first order if you use BenF25, and the company's called Simmer Eats. That is good. So I try to get some food in me as soon as I get home from my runs. I think that first sort of 30 minutes after you finish the run is really important to refuel, get on the water, electrolytes, replace some of that carbohydrates and proteins that you've used on your run. A little hack that I have recently is I make myself an electrolyte drink as I leave before my run, and I put it by the door so that when I come through the door, my electrolytes are all ready for me to drink, and I can already kickstart that sort of recovery process. This week I was actually meant to be in Spain. I was meant to be going on a bit of a training camp, but I actually decided to train from home. Just done so much traveling over the last sort of 2 or 3 months that I just wanted to be at home. So yeah, it's nice that the weather has picked up. At the moment I'm really focusing on just building up that base before I do some track races later in the year. My first track race will actually be at the end of this month. It'll be a 3,000 meters just in a local league to get my body ready to race some of the shorter stuff. And then as the months progress, over the next 2 or 3 months, I'm going to be doing some more competitive 5,000 meter track races and hopefully bring my 5k track PB down to around 14:30. I'm not too worried about the time. I think the results will sort of look after themselves. I'm looking to be as competitive as possible in these races that I've entered. But yeah, that's the plan for the rest of the year, or the summer anyway, in terms of track races. I also plan to get down to Watford and do some Watford Wednesdays. They're really good fun. I probably won't do them as sort of key races, more as I don't know, as replacement for sessions. So I'll do a 3,000 meters and then I might do a mini session afterwards on the grass. The main goal is to just improve some of that leg speed over the summer, so that when I move back to the marathon distance in the winter, I'm not sure if I'm going to do a marathon in either December or January, February in 2024. That once I've built up some leg speed, the marathon sort of stuff will get even easier. So hopefully I can bring my marathon PB time down to around 2:20 by the end of the year or early next year. But for the meantime and for the next few months, I'm going to be focused more on the track. So I'm just about to start the podcast with Callum and Tom. We record a weekly podcast, if you don't know, called the Run It Three Ways podcast that we record through our phones and with these funky headsets. So I'm just about to jump on a call with the boys. If you want to check out the episode, I'll leave a link down below to the podcast. But yeah, here we go. I'm just going to send a link to the boys and get stuck in.
Welcome back to episode 21 of the Run It Three Ways podcast. This week we've got plenty to cover, including the first Diamond League of the season, listener Mary's sore calves, and Tom's trip to Germany for the Adidas Road to Records.
A few moments later.
Cheers. Solid ab workout done there after an hour and a half run this morning. Another solid day of training. Just cooked myself some dinner. Bit of an interesting one tonight. I've got some meatballs, some rice and grains, and a bit of salad with avocado, tomato, a bit of salad dressing. So I'm just going to tuck into that. But before I do that, yeah, just wanted to make a video today to say I'm not going to be racing any more marathons for the foreseeable. Maybe I'll do one towards the end of the year in December, or maybe early next year, January, February time. As I was saying, I'm going to be focused a lot more on the 3k and 5k. So my next race, if you like, will be a 3,000 meters in a local league called the Southern Athletics League. And then I'll be doing some bigger 5,000 meter track races in the NAL, which is the National Athletics League. And I've got one in Nottingham, one in Glasgow, and one in Manchester. So a good bit of travelling for some hopefully high quality 5,000 meter races. So I'm going to focus on the speed over the next few months. But I'm also really motivated to get my training dialed in. Keep up with the high mileage, keep up with the good sessions, the good diet, the core workouts, as you just saw. That's something I picked up from my time out in Kenya. But yeah, basically just continue to train and race some shorter distances to hopefully in the long term get faster over the marathon. So yeah, no marathons in the close future, because I've had a lot of people ask me what's next. I currently don't know what my next marathon will be. There will be one, but not for at least 6 months now, unless something comes up in terms of an opportunity here on the YouTube channel. I'm back now with full-time YouTube content creation, so hopefully there'll be 2 or 3 videos a week again after a little bit of time off. But yeah, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed this more daily style. There should be plenty more races to come here on the channel in terms of race vlogs, but I'm just going to tuck into my dinner now before it gets cold. But until next time, aspire to run, run to inspire, and we'll see you again soon.